Rolling.
Rolling on a river.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
This week's episode, Lucky's Pizza in Canoga Park. So, I found this place on social media. I was just looking for some hidden gems potentially, and this place came up in social media a couple of times.
And it's hidden.
Yeah. So, so the one reason why I thought, well, let's try this is because we haven't done this before. It's operated out of what's called a ghost kitchen. And I don't know if people watching know what a ghost kitchen is, but a lot of those became popular just before the pandemic or around that time, where like a restaurant that's very popular would set up in a kitchen, but they wouldn't have an eat-in area. They would basically do delivery. So, for example, we have the very famous Cantor's Deli in the Fairfax district in Hollywood. And Cantor's opened a deli in downtown, but you can't go into it. It's all online. So you order the food online and they'll deliver it to your apartment in downtown from a ghost kitchen in downtown. So you can get a pastrami sandwich from Cantor's. It doesn't come from the Fairfax deli. It comes from a ghost kitchen in downtown, essentially. So that's how they're able to provide the services, and I think it helps cut costs because you don't have to have waiters and waitresses, and you don't have to have a retail space to for people to sit, and square footage. You have to reduce your square footage, and therefore your rent, and then it makes it more economical for you to at least try out a neighborhood or something like that, I guess. But anyway, this is actually so Lucky's Pizza is in an industrial area, like a light industrial area. So there's a lot of warehouses and things like that there, and very difficult to find. It's near Nordhoff and Owensmouth on the intersection there.
And we were there on a Saturday early evening, so it was desolate.
Well, but the parking lot where we parked to go in to pick up the pizza was very busy. There were a lot of people going in now. By the way, there's like 4 other restaurants there apparently, 4 other food places other than the pizza. But it seemed like the pizza one was the only one that was getting the business.
Right.
So apparently it is popular. There were people going in and out. So we ordered online previous to getting there, and when we got there, it wasn't ready. They told us to come back. They told us to wait 15 minutes.
Yeah, he was very apologetic. It's like, it's fine. Just when should I come back? And he said 15 minutes. I said, well, how do I know? Will you text me? No, just come back. And I was like, okay. We went back and still wasn't ready. Just maybe a couple more minutes and then it was done. But the building was interesting. It looked like, to me, it looked like an old laundromat. But there were rooms within this laundromat hall. It was like a sweatshop, kind of,
It's a ghost kitchen, so it's a place that's specifically set up for people to run food service. So there are numerous spaces in there, small and large, depending on what your operation is.
Yeah.
And this place was tiny. It was like literally a tiny little. I mean, it might have been 5 feet deep and 20 feet wide.
I don't know.
It was very small. So they basically had the pizza ovens along the back wall, and they had like a counter in the front where they were assembling the pizzas and boxing them, and it was just 2 people. I think it was just
2 people there. Yeah.
And it was pretty hot inside. I mean, I can't imagine that place in the summer. But yeah, so it's a place that's basically set up for operating ghost kitchens essentially.
Yeah. Nothing exciting about the place. Can't get excited over it.
It's a place where either you go and pick it up or you have them deliver it to you.
It's kind of strange. It's I don't know. It's just.
What's strange about it?
I don't know. It just seemed very shady. It was like.
I don't think you're used to going to a ghost kitchen.
No, it was like I was buying illegal paraphernalia. It's just like making sure no one's following me. It was just weird like that. I don't know. It was just a weird feeling. But we finally got the pizza, and the pizza was great.
Yeah. So we ended up ordering what they call the Sabrosa, which I think is their Hawaiian style pizza. But it's a little bit of a twist on it. So they have we ordered the 15-inch, so the medium size. They had personal size, medium size, and a large size you can choose from. Mozzarella, sausage, Canadian bacon, basil, Peruvian chili, and barbecue sauce.
And pineapple.
Did I not say pineapple?
No, you did not.
Okay, so it was that kind of pineapple, Canadian bacon, barbecue sauce combination, but the Peruvian chili on it gave it a major kick. Yeah, so
it was a good kick. It's what I've been complaining about on episodes past. I just need something, a little kick, some kind of spice. And this Peruvian chili, awesome. It was like biting into a jalapeno. But it wasn't. I mean, the sting was there, but then everything else just started. It kind of enhanced the flavors of everything else.
There's just the right amount of heat in the pizza. It wasn't overpowering, but it was enough to give it a kick. The crust was great.
Yeah, sturdy crust.
It was a crispy crust, thin crust, New York style crust. And it wasn't wood fired or anything. It was just a regular kind of oven, gas oven. It was. I don't know what kind of crust it was. I'm thinking it was probably. To me, it tasted kind of like a sourdough crust, but I'm not sure.
No, I didn't get that because I think I had mentioned to you that the crust was fine. It was good. It just tasted like a regular crust, where I really, really enjoyed
Gorilla Pies.
The sourdough crust from Gorilla Pies.
Yeah.
I think I had mentioned while we were eating this pie, but the rest of it was at that caliber. I prefer sourdough.
Yeah,
but this crust was good. It was really good.
The ingredients were high quality.
Oh yeah.
There was something about I forgot to mention that kind of in getting the pizza, they were overwhelmed. I mean, the place was so busy; they were very overwhelmed. When we went to get the pizza initially, there was a lot of like. I thought there was going to be an argument, but it wasn't an argument. I think they were just like excited because we were there on time, and I think they wanted us to be there late. So like, come back. And
he wasn't excited. He was very apologetic. I'm sorry. Yeah. Come back in 15 minutes. And he kept going on and on. And I'm like, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Just when should I come back? 15 minutes. Okay.
15 minutes, please. 15. I do it right away.
That's fine. How do we know that it's ready? Do we get a text?
15.
Just come back in 15.
Okay, I'm doing it right now.
Okay, thank you. So, but it was worth it.
Yeah, and so
worth the wait.
Luckily, we had a table. I was bringing a table to your house. And we had a table in the back of the car, so we actually were able to put that in the back of the car and sit there and eat it on a proper table.
In the parking lot.
And anyway, so I thought it was great. I would give it a thumbs up, and not only that, I would say this is probably in a top 5.
Yeah, I picked my top 4 already. I would have to say top 5, or maybe bumped one of them out. I would really have to sit and think about this.
Yeah.
Think of the flavors of the other pizzas that I've had, and say that this is probably a top 4.
When we started this whole process, we struggled to find good pizza in the Valley, and it's interesting that now that we've gone through over almost 20 episodes now, the majority of the great pizza we're finding now is actually in the Valley.
Yeah.
Which is shocking, but I think it's just because you got to be in the know. You got to know where these places are,
right.
Because they're not. You have to be really looking for them, because they're not in. They're not on Ventura Boulevard necessarily. They're not on. No. Sepulveda or one of the main drags, Van Nuys Boulevard. They're kind of tucked away in some of these little neighborhoods, and you just have to know where they are, and then you find them, and you're like, okay, LA actually has some really good pizza.
Yeah, and not only really good pizza, but also those that have potential. Like, remember when we went to what was it, Flame?
Yeah,
Flame was really good. The crust could use some work, but it has potential. Yeah. Where in some of the other places, like in downtown, or I didn't enjoy the one in West Hollywood either. They're in these places where you would think there
Which
would
one
be
in West Hollywood are you talking about?
The one that's on Robertson.
Pizzana.
I didn't care for it.
Yeah, you didn't like that one?
No.
I thought it was pretty good. Anyway, so yeah, some of these hole-in-the-wall places we're finding are actually, like this one, some pretty outstanding stuff.
Yeah. People are going to have to travel. Yeah, this is a good place. This area is a good area for pizza, I would have to say.
So, anyway, so I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So next week's episode is going to be Puzzle Pizza. Now, that's another one we've got a lot of social media encountering about this place, and we'll find out if it lives up to the hype. Next week. Subscribe. Please subscribe. We need more. We need to hit 1,000. When we hit 1,000, we're going to be doing really well. So right now, we need your help. So please subscribe.